Hello, hello, everybody. When it comes to Magic the Gathering, I have a type. I have a certain style of deck that makes me very, very happy. It usually involves black, it usually involves green, and the graveyard's going to be involved in one way or another. And today is no exception. If you're familiar with the channel, this will come as no surprise. So today, we're going to be doing a full-on Reanimation deck, but this is a mid-range Reanimation deck where we're capable of generating a lot of value and threats in ways other than our graveyard. However, we do have a crazy graveyard top end that our opponent also needs to respect, as we're going to be threatening them in the mid-game. Obviously, when we're doing big-time Reanimation in current standard, we have Valgavoth, Terror Eater, and Atraxa Grand Unifier. You probably saw that coming. The one thing you may not see coming is the fact that we are running 0 copies of Zombify. That is not a mistake. Genuinely, it's okay, because we do have 4 copies of Valgavoth's Faithful, which the total mana investment in Valgavoth's Faithful is more than Zombify. You need to pay 5 in order to reanimate instead of 4. However, the Faithful itself plays around counterspells very, very well, and you can still fire it on turn 4 if you get lucky, but more often than not, we're going to be playing it out on turn 5 to get the triggers. Additionally, you can recur Valgavoth's Faithful using Overlord of the Balemurk to really good effect. So Overlord of the Balemurk, Valgavoth's Faithful, big package at the top. So we have all of that stuff, but in the middle of the deck, you'll notice we got some other action going on, including the one and only Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Do you guys remember Sheoldred the Apocalypse? Man, it has been some time since Sheoldred the Apocalypse was like the best thing you could be doing in Standard. But she's still a good thing. And the reality is our opponent does need to find an answer, or she's going to be a very real problem for them. So that's what we're going to do. She's kind of best in class at being a 4-mana problem, you know? So there we go. Speaking of other 4-mana problems, though, newcomer to the mix, Scavenger Regent. Now, this is a 4-mana threat that is flying with ward, discard a card. It is a flying 2-for-1 on our opponent, but it's more than just that. It also has Exude Toxin on it, which is a massive sweeper that if our opponent is going wide can really hurt them, potentially as early as turn 4. It's also really nice against the current Izzet decks because they create a lot of tokens, and while those tokens do have prowess and are very, very large on their turn, a lot of them shrink back down to 1/1s when it comes time for our turn. So a -2/-2 can reset those boards. Granted, it doesn't answer the Corey Steelcutter or the Stormchaser's talent, so there's a good chance that they'll be able to rebuild. Like, this is buy you time at best, but hey, I'll take it. Sometimes we need a little bit of time to set up. If we can buy time and then the following turn reanimate a Valgavoth, we'll probably be in good shape. That's the idea anyway. You'll notice we have a couple of other ramp pieces as well. We have Overlord of the Hauntwoods. The card's great. I don't know that I need to explain it. It's also one of the only ways to generate blue mana in this deck. Hardcasting an Atraxa is absolutely a possibility, and I want to be ready to do that. Overlord of the Hauntwoods gives us the Everywhere token that can generate blue mana. We also have Wrenn and Realmbreaker, who can mill us a little bit, can be recurred with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. It also has a game-ending ultimate if it grinds long enough. She also represents a hasty threat because she can, animate a land and be swinging immediately. That land could also even be a Restless Cottage. Almost said Reckless Cottage. No, it's very measured. It's very intentional. So you can do some very cool things. Wrenn and Realmbreaker is a very powerful card. And then we also have Liliana. She is just the best milkshake in Standard. She brings all the boys to the yard. We uptick, discard, and the downtick, -2, right on turn 3, especially on the play, oftentimes picks off whatever you need. All right, we also have Dredger's Insight, and Bitter Triumph has other milkshakes, ways to fill the graveyard, and also give us other recurrent value and card selection, which is just nice. Not to mention life gain in case of Dredger's Insight. And we also have Haywire Mite. This card's amazing. That is all. So yeah, we're doing Abzan mid-range with a Reanimator top end. We also have Betor Kin to All as a 5-mana threat that can draw us cards and generate a lot of value, and also block for days. 5/7 oftentimes can take some pretty rough blocks and survive. So very strong card. Just good. And also works really nicely alongside Sheoldred the Apocalypse. But then again, most cards work nicely alongside Sheoldred the Apocalypse. So let's run the sucker out and see what we can do. As of this recording, I have played around 50 matches with this thing, and I am rocking around a 60% win rate. So I'm very happy with this deck's performance so far. And man, when you're hot and when the sequences are right, it comes together. So hopefully that happens in the games I'm about to record and I don't embarrass myself. Although if I do, please laugh at my pain and like and subscribe. I see a black leading Verge with an Overlord of the Balemurk in the opening hand, not to mention Bitter Triumph, able to pitch the Valgavoth. This is a go. Let's rock this sucker out and see what we got. Ba-boom. So here we are in best of 1. I've actually tuned this deck for best of 3, but recording best of 3 matches, you have to, you know, they take a very long time, and I think best of 1 matches tend to be a little more fun to watch. I could be horribly mistaken in my read of that, but you know what? Here we are. All right, so the Core Steel Cutter is going to start doing stuff as early as this next turn. Being able to leverage the Bitter Triumph gives me an opportunity to prevent some of this damage, you know, and tee up Val in the yard, which is great. Yeah, Bolt Wave just deals so much damage. All right. I'm going to lead off with an Overlord here. We're going to mill a bit and draw into a something. I'm going to have redundant Val's Faithfuls here. I think that's really valuable because now I'll be able to play one out next turn. There's a good chance it's going to get hit by something, you know, Burst Lightning or something of that nature, or Torch the Tower. Opponent had a Core Steel Cutter, Slickshot Show Off, and 2 Bolt Waves, and like, you know, this early. Holy nuts. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna play out the Faithful here, and this is where we pray. Is it with that hot of a start? They've hit all of their land drops. They've had nothing but gas, top to bottom. I should be dead here. I'm gonna just say that up front. They got 6 damage. All they need to do is find a sneeze, and they win. Stock up, sure. That will give them the Core Steel Cutter trigger. 7. Now, okay, on the attack here, Val's Faithful can take a block, and I go down to 2. So I do have to block, which is not pleasant. I need to find an untapped black mana source. If I can find that, I'm good. I didn't, so I'm dead. In fact, we got Val's Faithful flooded with a Valgavoth in the graveyard. Let me just mill 3 black mana sources real quick. No big deal, it's fine. It's great. I'm just going to pick up my emotional support Valgavoth and then go ahead and scoop. Yeah. We were so close, man. So close. Being able to establish the Dredger's Insight and Overlord of the Balemurk early seems really nice. And Scavenger Regent, you know, I think this card's good. So that might be a thing too. We'll see. You know, an untapped land here seems like it's right on time. Let's frickin' take it. I really like the idea of being able to get this going just right off the rip. Get some stuff in the yard. What have we here? It's an opportunity to grab up the Overlord. I love the Overlord of the Balemurk. It's great. To the point where having 2 of them, I think, is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and run this out. Do you have the Dispelling Exhale? I'm guessing you absolutely do. I'll be shocked if you don't. There it is. All right. There we go. Lush Portico. I don't need a 3rd Wastewood Verge. I'm good on those verges. Those specific verges I'm okay with. Alrighty, bro. Let's just go ahead and try to play this. What counter spells do you have for this one, opponent? Perhaps a No More Lies? No, another. Oh, just another Dispelling Exhale. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so this is Jeskai Shiko control, is what it looks like to me. Which honestly, right now, is very good. It's just a solid deck. I'm going to impend this because I want to have 3 mana open to be able to rock out Wrenn after this inevitably gets countered. Ooh, okay. It didn't get countered. Check that out, you guys. Pick up a Shelly real quick. So, do they have a 3rd Dispelling Exhale and they just weren't holding a dragon? I'm going to make them have it. I'm going to get Wrenn up in here. Okay, so they didn't have a counterspell. Now, do they have a get lost for it? Oh, Lightning Helix. Yeah, that works too. But I'm going to down tick and get some goodies. I would like goodies, please. Do we hit a land? Do we hit... Honestly, Dredger's Insight. Like... The guaranteed land is a cool idea, but I like the idea of probably land and more cards that we have access to. Maybe that's silly, but... Well, here we are. Shiko gonna helix my face? Yeah. Gonna go ahead and helix me? Sure. Gross, maybe? I don't know. That was silly. I really ought to have hit the insight first. Well, as it stands then, getting Shelly here set is probably the best move, so let's do that. We got 6 lands down. And a threat has been established. Yep, we're going to get lost. Yeah, that tracks, unfortunately. That said, the Scavenger's Regent all of a sudden looks like a pretty decent threat. That ward discard a card is very real. If they're willing to 2-for-1 themselves on this, so be it. But if I can get this thing up to a 5/5, they are in frickin' trouble. Because all of a sudden, if I can shut down Sheiko's attacking lanes, that's awesome. And drawing the Val's Faithful at this moment is also freaking awesome. Yeah, we do have the Valgavoth in the yard. Perfect. All right, there we go. Scavenger Regent. The flexibility on this card, you guys. It's great. So now Sheiko's attacks are done. Just donezo. Completely and totally. I also have a counterspell resistant reanimation spell coming. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Hopefully that good feeling is well placed. We will see. Okay, Jeskai Control. How you feeling? We've had some great back and forth, by the way. I've enjoyed this match so far. They've been doing some very cool things, but I feel like I still have some play. Also, for the record, I think Jeskai Control is in a very good spot, and our opponent is playing it correctly. The notion of using the early interactions to stutter your opponent's attempts and then try to turn the corner relatively quickly. Sheiko is a very strong threat that provides a tempo swing when it enters. If your graveyard's loaded, it's real good. They're hovering my enchantments. It looks like they have, yeah, maybe a Get Lost, and they're wondering, like, what do you use it on? Honestly, if they use the Get Lost on the Scavenger Regent and discard a card, go down to a single card in their hand with the Sheiko down, I would be stoked. Oh, we gotta pass. The Meringue River Regantes. Yes, very nice, very nice. Cool. Both of those are ETBs, man. Like, honestly, Meringue River Regent is another card that I think is absolutely fantastic. That in this moment, yeah, ended up being kind of suboptimal. Because, yeah, Valgavoth comes back out. We Betor Triumph their Meringue River Regent. Draw a million cards, call it a day. Yeah, GG's opponent. All right, I'm only seeing one green source, which is going to look really awkward if we top deck an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. But otherwise, this looks decent. We have the Surveil Land on 1. We're going to be able to drop and activate the Haywire Mite on 2. And we have a Liliana the Veil teed up on 3. Oh, and we also just hit a freaking green source. That's great. I like that. I also really like this Valgavoth Faithful. That makes me happy. Excellent. So, I'm thinking I'm going to drop the Cottage here. Now, I could run out the Haywire Mite, but I have a feeling that would just be asking for it to get picked off. I'm seeing all the open mana. I'm not going to run it out just yet. Maybe that's really clever. Maybe that's terrible. I don't know. We'll find out. I think. I hope. Perhaps. Now, ooh, here's the question. Do we down-tick Liliana, kill that Flesh Gorger, or do we up-tick Liliana to make sure Atraxa finds its way into our graveyard? You know, an uptick here strips their hand that currently has 5 down to 4, and it gets our Atraxa in the bin. The Flesh Gorger does not represent lethal on Lils at this moment. Go for the throat? Sure. You got it, dog. Mardu Siegebreaker on the Flesh Gorger. Never mind. I'm super dead. Well, maybe I'm not, but, yeah, no, this is bad. Okay, cool. Mardu Siegebreaker. I'm not gonna lie, though. I kind of love this tech. This is a very cool thing they're doing over there. All right, there's Shelly, and hopefully they don't have another kill spell. Although if a kill spell deals with Sheoldred, then Valgavoth's Faithful is going to be able to pull up well, then Atraxa maybe survives? Maybe? Yeah, I'm absolutely taking this trade, which unfortunately will result in them having a freaking 7/5 menace down that I can't deal with. Yeah, because Haywire Mite, notably, can only hit non-creature artifacts or enchantments. Honestly, I'm not even mad. Mardu Siegebreaker is really cool tech, and yeah, you got it, dog. Fair play, I suppose. That said, I am going to be big sad about it. Although, this Atraxa comes on out, reloads our hand, and if they don't have a direct kill shot, I might be able to pull off some nonsense here. Perhaps, oh, it's my only artifact, so yeah, I guess. Because I'm going to be gaining life on this attack. When they trade, I gain the life, and it offsets the damage that the Flesh Gorge is going to deal. Starving a Revenant? Man, I haven't seen that card in a hot minute. That is going to make my Lilianas significantly worse here, but I can double tap Lily if I have to. So yeah, they send that in. They make this big Chungus. I do the block here. Tap, tap, gain 7. Believe me, I am still alive. Siegebreaker's gone. So, we drop that. That I'm thinking... Honestly, I think I'm just going to do it this way. Gonna down tick.
With the mysteries.
Force a sacrifice. I'm guessing the Revenant's gonna eat it. Yep. Yes, I am so sure. The 6-mana double Lily turn is a classic. Now, at this moment, we have dealt with 2 Mardu Siegebreakers. Let's see if they have another one, which would be pretty brutal. Hostile Interrogator. Thanks, I hate it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Mighty Mite, I think. They now made a dude. Another card with an ETB on it that's very good with Siegebreaker. I kind of absolutely adore what our opponent's doing here, for the record. This is straight up a thing of beauty. I genuinely love it. Opponent, don't you dare change. All right. It's Atraxa time. Let's go. Still have... Yeah, oh, they have the clue back. Okay. And they're hovering it. Gonna hit this. That's my enchantment. This is my creature. That is my instant. Gonna grab an untapped land, because untapped... Yeah, let's make it this one. That untapped land is a little fancier. I like my fancy lands. I like my fancy lands like I like my fancy pants. Fancy.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I don't know why my pants are fancy all of a sudden. I'm gonna discard the tap land. I have a feeling I'm not gonna need that. And yeah, enjoy your other clue token, hostile investigator. Treat yourself. Okay. Minor Nambo here, or minor interaction. I'm not enamored with, but we've turned the corner. They were doing some very cool things. Also, they seem to be really into this. Like their suite has a lot of creature ETBs, which is interesting. And also, I really dig it. Like it is a cool thing they got going on. Ooh, slashers. Hello. Sloshes. No, that's not. That's nope. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say that, and I would like it if you did the same. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this real quick. If y'all could eat it, thus wise, that would be neat, I think. And while you're here, I should probably uptick to hate on their hand a little bit. So I will.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I'm gonna drop the Overlord. Overlord of the Hauntwoods specifically. So we have the Bitter Triumph to deal with any hasters that they have coming down. We also have the Cease Desist, which can gain me 2 life and draw me a card if need be. I also don't have reason to believe they're tinkering with their graveyard, but you never know. All right. Loranskis, hello. You sure are present and accounted for. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit this. And I have no idea. You know, actually, I guess I could wait on that. No, you know what? I also don't have to. Never mind. I'm overthinking it. Don't mind me, everybody. I'm overthinking it like crazy. It's going to be me. Draw 2... Or draw 1, gain 2. Here we go. Excellent. Ding, dings, and or dings. All right, I'm going to go ahead and... discard to take out that duder. Then do a little down ticker. Down tick, tickaroo. Get the slasher out of here for good.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And I could impend this, but I could also just full price it. Just frickin' full rip. Grab back a Faithful and sit on it. I'm not in any hurry. We've got the 5/5. Yeah, and they're going to scoop it up. GG's opponent. I'm not going to lie. This hand is a little sketch, but my turn 1 Surveil lands into a 2-drop. I struggle to say no to this, even though I really, really should. My hope is that the Surveil is going to show Valgavoth. We throw that and then draw, like, the Golgari Verge. Like, that's the goal. Honestly, that Swamp, though, also fine. I'll take that. That means that Liliana is going to be right on time. That's potentially very significant. I'm going to go ahead and lead out with this. Let's spin it to win it. Alrighty, Roo. Thanks. I hate it. These are actually not good. I'm gonna decline. I want to leave both of them right there, if I may. And even if I may not, I'm still gonna do it, and you're gonna have to deal with it. All right? Yeah, that Bleachbone Verge, that in the hand would have been great, but alas, it is not to be at this moment. So they're going gobbins. They are gobbling, if you will. Gobble gobble. Now, my graveyard is already loaded. So I'm just going to do the down tick here. It's a little jank, but it will pull some damage. Also, my cat has decided to come say hello. Hello, Peace Blossom. Squee! Man, our opponent's all in on the goblins. I don't hate this, honestly. They're going to... about to say, no, you send one that way. You got to. Like... Yeah, Lily's here to prevent 1 damage. Now, I'm going to play out Sheoldred, and against red aggro, Sheoldred asks the question, are you running Witchstalker Frenzy? If the answer to that question is no, I've got a pretty good chance of, you know, buying some time, which is nice. You know, they really got to think about how they're going to attack. That said, if they do have Witchstalker Frenzy, well, that's that. If that's freaking Goodnight Gracies, and we're out of this. They're actually slowing their attack. Them not going all out here is fantastic. I'm very grateful for that. Wow. I'm a little surprised by that. Yeah, I'm going to go Atraxa here. I'm going to reload the hand. And in this situation, when I had the choice between the two, I grabbed Atraxa first, with the understanding I was probably going to find a Valgavoth Faithful on the spin. So now I can use this to go get Valgavoth on this next turn. So getting Atraxa first produces a threat that they need to respect, and now I can just go grab the next one. So yeah, this opponent is doing some very cool stuff. I like what I'm seeing. Target creature can't block. Oh snap! Is that enough? It might be, actually. Let's see. I'm going to block 4 where I can. Yeah, they actually got it. Holy cow. Well done, opponent. The Frenzied Goblin. I didn't read the Frenzied Goblin. I should have grabbed Valgavoth there because targeting it would have triggered the ward. I learned something today about how Frenzied Goblin works. Pardon me for having literally never seen this card before. Cool. Rock on, opponent. Good game. All right. These Verges are a little awkward, because they're just the Verges. We don't have any of the typed lands that can turn them on. A Swamp here would be amazing. That said, we do have 2 that lead in green and 1 that lead black. So I'm going to risk it for all of them their biscuits. Ooh, Scavenger Regent. I like seeing that. I do like seeing that. I'm going to lead with the black, because that's going to be really important for our Overlord of the Balemurk. Methinks. Me do thinks. And more Verges. I do like the Verges. To a point. All right. So, Overlord of the Balemurk, it can't grab us the land, which is ultimately what we need. It also, oof. Well, Wrenn. We can downtick Wrenn and hopefully find a typed land. The Forest would have been nice. The Cottage would have been nice as well. Lauren hitting the Overlord of the Balemurk is actually, like, legitimately, this isn't just copium, I swear, not this time. It is legitimately doing me a favor here. And I like it. All right, Wrenn, get out here. You are going to die to a Lorna the Third Path, and I'm not going to care, because I'm a heartless monster. Lush Portico. Let us port the codes, shall we? Let's shall. Green, green, black, green. So yeah, this Portico is going to unlock the verges, but at kind of an awkward time. Yeah. So I'm not going to have Sheoldred here, unfortunately, because all my other verges are green. Ooh. I mean, thanks, I guess. Authority of the Consuls? You are technically allowed to do that, yeah. I mean... Yeah. I'll go ahead and chuck that. Oh, I'm going to need to discard the hand size, and I kind of like my current hand. I'd rather not discard if I can help it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to take out Lauren. And it shuffles back into my deck, so no harm, no foul, I suppose. Yeah, Authority of the Consuls is kind of annoying. If I can find a Haywire Mite, that'd be neat. Hey, you, what up? Don't hate that. We don't hate that. Authority of the Consuls putting a trigger on the stack there is, like, mildly frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. Do I want to grab the Overlord of the Balemurk and get saucy with it, or do I just grab Atraxa and fully frickin' load? I think I just grab Atraxa and fully load. I'm positive. So they're gonna gain a life here. They're gonna hit this with a Get Lost or something, I'm sure of it. I do need to get a Valgavoth in the mix. Overlord of the Hauntwoods also seems great. Bitter Triomphe. Lele and a Verge. Actually, do I want to grab the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, or do I want to go Merc Bales? I think I like Merc Bales. And I'm going to have to discard a hand size, which is why I'm grabbing which is why I'm happy to grab Val here. Our opponent has seen enough. Our Verges giving us both Golgari here is just awesome, and then the Dredger's Insight. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. All right, Lumber Sorcerer, what are you up to? Good luck, have fun. Let's do this. We're going to lead off green, and there's a non-zero chance I'll just play out the Haywire Mite, knowing that we have Balemurk here to pull it back later if they answer it. Consoles? Sure. Actually, us hitting a land here makes me, like, tremendously happy. I'm going to lead off with that Verge, and I'm actually going to pass it. So next turn, I'm going to rock the Haywire Mite and blow out the Authority. I think a lot of people think if they have Authority on turn 1, they're just safe. That's just not true. Not if I have anything to say about it. So, Forest time. Mighty Mites. Yeah, I'm just gonna say a little something about that if I may. Please, if you could. Thanks. Yeah, I'd rather not have that happening ever again. So, we have the Overlord of the Balemurk, which can pull back Haywire Mite. This looks... I mean, the fact that they're playing the Clayfire Bricks tells me this is some flavor of artifact deck. When I see that, I assume it's like United Battlefront into Solemn Simulacrum, Repurposing Bay. Yes, that is exactly what they're doing. Which, friggin' good for them, I suppose. If I can't get rid of that Repurposing Bay soon, I am in trouble. Like, Mondo Uber trouble. And I don't love being in trouble, believe it or not. You are fantastic, thank you. So, multiple Mites here. Like, I'm going to be able to play and tap both Mites. So, I'll be able to blow out the Repurposing Bay and the Solemn Simulacrum that they're going to turn that Clayfire Bricks into. So, you know, hopefully we'll be alright. If they hit a United Battlefront here and get, like, crazy value, I might be in trouble, but I might also just be fine. We'll see. Haywire Mite, everybody. Card's really good. And they know I have one, so they're kind of playing around it. United Battlefront. This is the deck that card fits in right now. Perilous Snare and the Spring-Loaded Sawblades. Tight. Oh, opponent. We got a scoop incoming, everybody. So, Mighty Mites, get rid of the Repurposing Bay immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just freaking do it. And then, the second Haywire Mite is going to pop the Snare, get me the Overlord of the Balemurk back, mill more, redraw my Haywire Mite. And now it's off impending. I think we're good. So so their deck is all about artifacts, and I've managed to get 3 Haywire Mite activations. Yeah, this has lined up very well for me. Very well. But boy, howdy, would I rather be lucky than good. And when this Overlord attacks, I can go grab the other Haywire Mite out of the bin if I want. And spoiler warning, I probably want. But if they don't give me any good targets for that, I can also simply Valgavoth's Faithful back any big hits we find. Or maybe the other Overlord and really go nuts. Yeah, this feels great, if I'm honest. Kind of genuinely fantastic. There's a non-zero chance of a spring-loaded Saw Blades coming down to kill this thing. And I assure you, the amount of craps I give is, like, so low, it's wild. You know? Yeah. Yeah, you got it. I'm still gonna friggin' spin it to win it here. What do we got? Do we go Liliana and start down-ticking? Yeah, let's do that. That's mean. So mean, you guys. Oh, it's so mean.
Happy to help. You won't be outsmarting me.
And I've got an extra land, so I'm going to have them dump it. They know I have the Mite. I got to be careful of the auto-tapper here. I need to make sure this green stays untapped so the Mite is live on their turn. Let's do that. Let's drop this. Pass it. So they've got some material, but we are in control. Immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get out of here. Yeah, the Simulacrum Synthesizer is a house. It's the best card in that deck by a mile, and it's the entire build around. If you can stop this, you're golden. If you can't, it's gonna be rough. So I'm gonna take my chance, or take my opportunity, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Drop it.
Clean answer on a second Simpson. Wow. And now it's Balemurk time. Gonna keep the mills moving, and it's gonna grab back another Faithful. It's time to turn the corner, everybody. Cryptic Code, hey, that ain't bad. Like, I would recommend waiting, because if they bounce it back to their hand right here, a Liliana uptick lets me strip it. And I think they see that, and are not stoked on it. And they shouldn't be. That would be a bad idea. All right, sick. Let's do this. We put a Valgavoth in the yard. I would like a present. I'm curious what that face down card is. Let's find out together, shall we? Yeah, GG's. Oh, I don't get to see. Dang. I see 3 lands. All of our colors are represented. The important ones redundantly. And we have the Haywire Mite, which, boy, howdy, is this card good. Man, this card's good. Did I mention this card's good? For real, you guys. That card's good. We're going to hit this. Restless Cottage, you know, I will need to hit my land drops. That is important. We're getting Swifty. Okay. It's time to get Swifty in here. I want to throw the Mite here. That might be a good idea. It might be real dumb. I have not figured out yet. All right, so they're going to send it. No blocks yet. Dinglings over here. I'm going to go ahead and impend the Overlord. Now, I don't have the mana for the Haywire Mite activation. Oh, and actually, now that I'm looking at my hand, I'm realizing I've got basically nothing going on here. But okay, they're just gonna do more critters. Sure. They're technically allowed to do that. Murky Bales. No. Yeah, definitely don't pick that up. Yeah, we have a little bit of an awkward situation here. They're going to Monstrous Rage the Emberheart Challenger, which is going to trigger the prowess, let him dig, and it's going to give him that trample roll. Which I do have a thing or two to say about. Here is where Haywire Mite shines in this matchup. Now, granted, it's not an amazing card for this matchup in general, but we do have this thing we can do where we block this, and then sack it, blow out the roll, which, remember, is an aura token. So now it's gone. That creature's blocked, no trample. Now, they have enough, they have lethal here, unfortunately. We just didn't have the juice. Everything in our hand was just a little too heavy. Which, you know, mono red, sometimes they just do the thing. It is what it is. So, I'm going to do this just because I think maybe it's funny, but it's not going to matter. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can take another game action if you want. Sure. For the record, I don't think this deck is bad against mono red. I think this hand was bad against mono red. It happens. All right, I see some Verges. I trust the Dredger's Insight. This is a goofy-ass keep, but let's keep it. Also, I'm feeling a little saucy. Also, all the Verges lead green. All of them. So the only card I have access to right now is the Dredger's Insight. If this does not find me a type land, I'm in trouble. If it does find me a type land, everybody shut up. I'm taking it. Not a type land, but the Bleachbone Verge does lead black at least. So maybe that'll be helpful. Woof. It's just Verge Fest 2025 up in here. All right, cool. Cool. My plan right now is to play out a Scavenger Regent on 4 and be sad. That is, it's my option. The fact that I see Ironcrag tells me that they, well, might be, they're doing some flavor of control. I'm guessing with Ugin as the top end. I'll be surprised if they ultimately drop anything else. I'm gonna rock out this Mighty Mite, and we're just gonna pass it. Just passing the turn. Which, honestly, right now, I'm in kind of a unique position to deal with Ugin, because I have a Planeswalker kill spell in my hand. And Ugin's whole deal is that it removes things. I got nothing to remove, so whatever. Still have nothing to remove, as luck would have it. Scavenger Regentes. And now we got the map tokens. Honestly, blowing out the Scavenger, or hitting the Dredger's Insight with a Get Lost, that was silly, honestly. All right, you're going to get this lost and have to discard a card for your troubles. Which, my hand is awful. Like, my hand is absolute doo-doo poop garbage. So, I'm in a really rough spot. I need to find a cheap creature. I need to find a typed land. Like, there's a lot of things that could get me into this. That actually is not bad. I'll take it. A black leading Verge at least puts Sheoldred down. You've used 2 Get Lost, one of which was on a freaking Dredger's Insight. Map tokens out of Sheoldred. Don't mind if I do. Atraxa, you're beautiful. Get the hell in my graveyard. All right. Shelly's a 5/6. I will be shocked if they don't kill it. Shocked. Silex. So far, a little shocked. Tetrado. Holy cats. There we go. Lands are live. Oh, opponent, you're in trouble. Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, you're in so much trouble. Oh, dude. Look at this trouble. You want to Silex me, dog? Nah. Nah. Not today. Oh, I feel so much better. All right. Choose library for a Planeswalker card, reveal, put it into your hand, then shuffle. All right, yeah. A 5, this is going to allow you to go grab Ugin. I had not considered that. Elspeth. Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to keep up the bitter triumph. That's all. They're going to drop Elspeth, down tick, kill Shelly. Oh, you're just going to get lost on Shelly? Okay, sure. You're allowed to do that. 3 Get Losts, yeah. It was after the draw, though. The trigger still happens. I mean, nice try, but... Yeah, okay. All right, Betor in the house and or the mix. Being a big, sexy threat. Overlord of the Balemurk, I cannot quit you. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's impossible. Not that I'd want to anyway, let's be real. You're gonna down tick, you're gonna kill the big old bee man. Really? You're not? Okay. That is incorrect, but whatever. Don't let me stop you. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Yeah, I'm going to discard Atraxa because if I hit my land drop next turn, I just hardcast Val and call it a day. And that seems like a good idea. I think I do that. I'm also going to just play out full price Overlord of the Balemurk, because that's going to get my toughness high enough to trigger Betor. And I think that's neat. What else we got? You know, friggin' Scavenger Regents has an opportunity to be pretty gross here. As does Liliana. All of this is gross. But interestingly enough, no Valgavoth Faithful. Gonna grab that Scavenger Regent. Let's see if we can get another trigger up here. Dredger's Insight? I'm cool with that. All right, so they're playing some flavor of mono white control. Yeah, mono white token control. And, well, we just took control of this game, so I'll take it. Flanker? Goodbye, Graveyard. That's fine. Oh, no, you're just gonna... Okay, yeah. But I was like, hitting the Graveyard at this point doesn't matter. Yeah, GG's. All right, Abzan midrange. I think that deck's pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. It feels good to play. There's a lot of interesting back and forth, and it doesn't line up too terribly. As you saw, some of the aggro games can be a little rough, but with a decent starting hand, it can turn out okay. So yeah, thank you so much for checking this out, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. That actually makes a huge difference and helps the YouTube algorithm know, hey, this was kind of fun. Maybe we should let other people see it. Another great way that you can help support channels like this one is through sites like Patreon. I do have a Patreon set up, and I'm actually going to start submitting, or I'm going to start posting bonus games over on Patreon that even the free members of Patreon will be able to view. So if that sounds like it would be interesting for you, please head on over to Patreon and sign up. And if you want to drop in as little as $1 a month, you can get your name shown here and a heartfelt thank you from me on every one of the videos. There's some other perks going on over there as well, and I'm going to be engaging that a little bit more, talking about like future deck ideas or ways to do some of these card pitches. We'll figure something else out over there, but I want to encourage this community to be engaged. It makes a huge difference, and that's where the success comes from. And I do need as much help as I can get right now as I'm trying to get this channel off the ground to ultimately also help support my Twitch channel. Fun fact, everybody, I stream over on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/hamhawks42. I'm over there 5 days a week. If anything, this channel is actually trying to support my Twitch habit, which I gotta say, I got a hell of a Twitch habit, and I'd love to see you over there as well. If you want to see just more gameplay, silly shenanigans, and actually get to talk with me in real time, that's the thing that we do over there. But a huge thank you to the patrons who have already signed up. You're freaking beautiful, and I appreciate you, especially the paid patrons for as little as $1 a month, like I mentioned. Angry Jellyfish, Davey, Hal, Carl, Levi Gretton, Big Mamu, and Vance. You are freaking beautiful. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I'll catch you on the next one, everybody.